Eric Muather with Muather.com. Let's take a look here at a 13-day 5-minute chart. So S&P 500 13-day and 5-minute. Just want to show you how you can take our understanding of big time frames and bring them to the small time frame. So number one, couple of things here. So we know for a fact that this is where the market moved out of a range. So there's a line here. Oh, before I continue, what I'm trying to show you here is how you can use the 5-minute chart to have timed that entry right there on a 5-minute chart. So those were the lows over the last day or so in the market. So that little low there is what we are trying to see how we could have used the 5-minute chart to time that entry. Again, the reason for this video is to show how you can use 5-minute charts to time that entry right there. All right. Okay. So let's go back. This was the previous highs. And once the market cleared that level, you can see that the market did move higher. So we cleared that resistance line based on the previous RSI tops on a 5-minute chart and even here. So once we clear that level here, you can see what happened to the market. The market gapped up and has never looked back. In fact, S&P 500 has gone on to record all-time intraday and daily and weekly closing highs. Correct? Now, what we do is we take that line again. So let's go back to that line, extend it out. Should do something like that. Okay, so we broke out here, market went higher. Now you'll notice that every time since then we recapture back above this line. For example here, that was a good entry there. The market would move higher after that. We come here, we have double bottom support here on the line for the lows there, and of course the market did move higher again. We come here, touch that line, backtest support, which was successful for the re-entry right there. And we come here over the last 2 days or so, we tag that line and we bounce. So again, back to that window I was talking about. That was the entry. So we got one reason why that was a nice re-entry in the market right there. I'm going to show you another reason. It is going back to the previous entry. So this RSI breakout here was good enough to bring the market off the lows. So this movement in the RSI there brought the market off this level here. Of course, we are higher. Since we draw a line from here, it should be something like that. Let's just draw it there. Every time we bounce on this line with uniform activity, the market should be a buy. Let's test that. We bounce on the line here, market's a buy. We bounce on the line here, market's a buy. We come here, we touch the line, oh so close, market was a buy. And here we've tagged that, we went below it, back above it again. It gives us this entry right there, which was perfect on a 5-minute window. Now, line number 3. I know the chart is getting busy, but we gotta squeeze all this in there, and we're gonna use the RSI lows line, connecting this low, extend it out. Guess what? We end up exactly with support here. Green line support, talking about that entry there. So what's the moral of this story? The moral of this is even on a 5-minute window, I don't care what time frame you're using, you can still use the principles that we talk about. Here we've seen 3 lines, and if I would draw them again, line number 1, RSI lows. Line number 2 is gonna be off the lows there. We draw that a little different right there. And then of course line number 3 was the backtest line right there. All of this happened to coincide exactly with support. 3 RSI lines showing support. Prices made a short-term low there, and even throughout this move here, market's been giving us nice re-entry based on these lines. So you can still use the same principles we talk about on all your time frames. And if you see a signal that is confirmed by the time frame, it is only good for that time frame. In other words, you can take a 5-minute window and form a strong opinion as to what's going to happen over the next 3 years. That makes no sense. So it's good for this time frame. In other words, it could be good for the next 15 minutes or for the next 20 minutes, but at least you know where it's giving you a reasonable place to make a decision. Here we've seen that it gave us reasonable reason. That makes sense. Reasonable prediction that this was a good support and that the market would hold that level. Eric Mwatha with Mwatha.com. As always, we are going to keep studying the market. Peace and blessings. E-A-C-S. Woo! Is it happening? Is it happening?